With mock terrorists encountering little or no resistance at nuclear weapons facilities in the United States, how safe are we? 60 Minutes tonight.
The network more people turn to for the best in sports television. The year-round leader is CBS Sports.
Mark Harmon stars in Navy NCIS, Tuesdays on CBS. It's all here.
You make me feel so young. You make home improvement so much fun. When I see how low the payments are, I'll take the looks of my space car. Fifth Third Equity Flex Line's low monthly payment will make your space sing. 'Cause you make my space feel fun. Working hard to be the only bank you'll ever need.
How TK gave us a lot more home on our lot. This was our lot. This was our budget. At TK, they showed us floor plans right in our price range. No prefab for this growing family, with plenty of room for children, entertaining, visiting relatives. Oh, or not.
Call for a free lot owner's benefits guide.
You get a lot more home on your lot with a TK home.
No, Ma, I didn't mean you.
Live from WISH-TV, this is News 8, your 24-hour news station.
Just relax and enjoy what I've been fighting for.
National Guard soldiers make plans back home in Indiana as they return from a tour of duty in Kuwait and Iraq. Good evening at 6:30. Some anxious moment at Indianapolis International Airport today as family and friends greeted National Guard troops.
News 8's Ruth Ann Gordon watched the joyous reunion of the soldiers and their families.
The crowd lined the barricades waiting.
My stomach's going.
Finally, the plane taxied in.
I just can't wait to hold him.
Soldiers from the National Guard Alpha Company and the 163rd Fire Support Team peered out the windows as they listened to a debriefing and a prayer. Then it was off the plane and into the arms of loved ones.
Well, there's a lot of people out here. Glad to be home.
The men and women spent the last year with convoy security and perimeter security in Kuwait and Iraq.
Just to know that he's there and in danger, you know, all of our guys, all of our troops that was there and in danger, knowing that anything could happen to him anytime. We're just grateful to the Lord he's home.
Been a tough year?
It's been a hard year, a long year. It's hard to be away from your wife and your family, but we made it through it and we're back and everybody's okay.
And while we were interviewing Brian, his wife Amy slipped him a surprise.
I want to renew our vows.
Wow. Some of those who walked off the plane received medals for combat. Through it all, it was thoughts of home that kept them going.
The feeling of coming home, it never existed until, you know, you actually get on the plane and you land in the U.S. That's when you know it was reality. And, you know, the feeling's great. Great to be back, see the family and friends.
It was a long flight. It was an even longer year. We brought everybody home. That's all we can ask
for. Ruth Ann Gordon, WISH-TV, News 8.
The soldiers have a 48-hour leave, then they will report to Camp Atterbury. More Indiana National Guard troops will be coming in tonight. Charlie Company from the 152nd Infantry, along with the HHC, based in Jasper, will arrive at the Eagle Network Hub around 10 o'clock. WISH-TV will bring you live coverage of the arrival tonight on News 8 at 11.
And now on to today's action down in Daytona.
Sports 8's Anthony Calhoun is here with more on the 46th running of the Great American Race.
You heard a lot of noise in the sports department today, right? People screaming, go, go, go! What a great race today. Hey, good evening, folks. Well, after a brief off-season, NASCAR dropped the green flag on another season of racing. A familiar name found its way to victory lane today. And the President Bush, was on hand for today's race and gave the command to start the engines. We pick it up. Lap 30, green flag, pit stops. Dale Earnhardt Jr. slows down too soon, and Tony Stewart is able to get on to pit road first. That would allow Stewart to take over the lead. Meanwhile, lap 71, it's the big one. In all, 12 cars involved, including Ryan Newman, Jamie McMurray, John Andretti, and Michael Waltrip. Waltrip's car, you'll see, will flip several times. Now take another look at this again. Waltrip gets squeezed out by Johnny Sauter and Brian Vickers, and that starts the wreck, which flips Waltrip's car. Luckily, he would be okay after getting stuck in the car for several minutes. You'll see here coming up, he'll wave to the fans. That's good news there. Meanwhile, 19 laps to go in this race. Now Stewart in the lead, but not anymore. Earnhardt Jr. passes him on the inside to take over the lead, and the final lap, Louis holds off Stewart the rest of the way to win his first Daytona 500, 6 years to the day after his late father won his first and only 500. We get more now from Sports 8's Chris Whitman.
The Earnhardt name has come full circle. Junior claiming his first Daytona 500, 6 years to the day his famous father won his only 500. And 3 days after winning the Twin 125 qualifier, Junior has won the Great American Race.
I was getting worried that I was not going to have enough help at the end of the race, so I went ahead and made my move as early as I could. I think the closer it got to the end, the more Tony would have anticipated something, so maybe I caught him a little off guard, but I knew the sooner I made the pass, the better for me. Yeah, the last several laps, I'm just counting them down. You go by, 5 to go, you get on back stretch, 4.5 to go, you're just thinking 4.25 to go. You're just counting the laps down, about foot by foot almost, and it's just great, to win the Daytona 500. I don't know, best race I've ever won. Greatest, it's the greatest day of my life right now.
But Junior says Tony Stewart is one of his best friends on the circuit, and they helped each other all day. And even though Tony didn't win, despite leading half the race, he knew he was beaten by the best.
It was awesome. I mean, we've come such a long way in this week trying to get speed out of this car, and the 8 car's been the class of the field all week, and just him and I worked so well together. I mean, every time we were hooked up together, we were unstoppable. So it was just a matter of keeping guys from separating us all day. That was that you could tell that's what everybody was trying to do, was keep us separated from each other. But every time we got with each other, we were fast.
Junior, he's a restrictor plate racer. He's got great cars for this place, and Tony Stewart, he's good everywhere he goes. So we come here, finish third behind those guys. We've got a little more work to do to catch up to them, but my guys won't back down, and I'm not going to back down either.
Races sucked. As far as I'm concerned, it was single file, just like the 125s, and it was dicey for a couple laps. But as far as I'm concerned, it was a piss poor race.
The day was perfect up until the very, very last stop and the last set of tires, and so an 8th place finish, we'll be happy and take that.
Gordon, a 2-time winner here, actually led 8 laps before that last pit did him in. Other Hoosier drivers, John Andretti finishing a solid 13th after starting from the 29th slot. He also led a lap. And Ryan Newman, involved in a 5-car mishap early on, was 31st. But it's all Dale Earnhardt Jr. at the Great American Race. AC, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Chris. That's in the sports. Now let's send it over to Ken for weather.
Thank you, AC. And temperatures were cold across central Indiana today. Highs only struggled into the upper 20s. Warmer weather is ahead over the next 5 days. We'll talk about it straight ahead.
When you cast your vote on Election Day, you expect it to count. You shouldn't. Monday, iTeam8 takes a good hard look at the voting machines you paid millions for. And wait till you see what we found.
Instead of actually stuffing the ballot box, now you program it.
We show you how everything from equipment failures to hackers can rock your vote.
There's no way to do the recount. All you have are the numbers.
Don't miss this iTeam8 investigation, Monday at 6, only on 24-hour News 8.
Did your last energy bill make you flip your wig? The problem is probably in your old windows.
You need to call Unique Window and Door about our Unique 5000 window. It has twice the R factor of the average low-E argon window. We use the Super Spacer Bar. This is structural foam. It's non-metal. It won't allow the transfer of cold into your home. Keeps out the heat, too. We can install new windows in your home in a day, even during the winter time. And we offer the dark woods, the light wood grain finishes. 1-800-800-1971, the number to call right now to take advantage of special savings this Sunday. Here it is, the 15th of February, during the 6 o'clock news. We're looking for 30 homes to install our Unique 5000 windows at tremendous savings, at test market savings. The financing never better. And if you call in this Sunday, you'll qualify for dinner for two at Red Lobster with your estimate. Get a great price on windows. Take advantage of these promotional savings. Don't miss out. Go to the phone and call this Sunday. Operator standing by right now to take your call. Call right now.
We improve people's smiles every day with affordable dentures. But what's more important is how we improve lives. Because new dentures not only give you confidence in your appearance, but you'll eat better. and that'll have a positive effect on your overall health. For more information and a brochure, call 1-800-DENTURE. New dentures really are affordable. Better health, a smile to be proud of? That's what we're here to do.
And temperatures only hit the upper 20s today. We'll drop down into around 10 for an overnight low. In fact, some spots will get into the single digits. And for the day on Monday, a little bit warmer. We'll get temperatures up into the lower 30s and then warmer temperatures in store after that. Quiet weather pattern in place here. Over the next several days, area of high pressure will keep us dry. Weak storm system to the north will stay to the north, so we're going to take precipitation chances out for Tuesday. Bottom line, not expecting any chances of rain until we get to the end of the week on Friday. Forecast in for tonight, we'll see overnight low temperatures again down to about 10 degrees, wind chill about 0 to 5. For your Monday, milder temperatures with a decent amount of sunshine, 32 for a high. The next 5 days show those temperatures will start to rebound back to around 50 for a high by the time we get to Friday. So again, a slow warming trend as we go throughout the week. Just hang on. Tonight's going to be kind of a chilly one. It'll get better after that.
And you got to love Thursday and Friday this week.
Friday, a little bit of rain, but warm.
Thanks, Ken. And that's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.
See you back at 11. Have a good night.
LS Ayres President's Day sale is right now. Save 75% on winter clearance for her, for him, and for the entire family. Don't miss President's Day specials and save even more with extra 15% off entire purchase bonus coupons. Only at LS Ayres President's Day sale.
Boy, you sure got stuff. Where do you put it all? Nissan dealer show you a new Murano at $28,760. We've got nothing to hide. You might, of course. Nissan Murano.
SBC Yahoo DSL saves time versus dial-up, so you can spend less time looking up father and son activities and ordering hobby kits, and more time enjoying them.
Mom's car.
Get SBC Yahoo DSL for $29.95 a month. Connect 2 or more computers with SBC Home Networking for just $50.
This is Principal Turner. Due to the inclement weather, we are closing school.
Set it down. It'll be a while before your parents can get through.
All-wheel drive RX 330. The Tom Wood Lexus.
LS Ayres President's Day sale is right now. Save 25 to 50% on furniture for every room in the house and get the lowest mattress prices of the season. Take advantage of our flexible financing options and don't miss our President's Day specials. Only at LS Ayres.
24-hour News 8 at 5. Only on WISH-TV.
A road trip from hell.
Hate it when you whine.
And I hate it when you breathe.
Will give this couple a second chance at love. Ted Danson, Mary Steenburgen, It Must Be Love. CBS tonight.
Execute, execute, execute!
Up to now, mock terrorists have had little or no trouble penetrating security at some of the country's nuclear weapons facilities. How safe are we?
Overall, the test results that I was responsible for showed a 50% failure rate.
That's scary.
If you understand the consequences associated with the loss of that kind of material, it would make the World Trade Center event of September the 11th pale in comparison.
No! FBI control at the timeout! FBI control at the timeout!
I'm passionate. There's no question about it.
Today, at age 45, Mark Cuban, best known as the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, is worth almost $2 billion.
What was your first business venture? Selling garbage bags door to door. I mean, who's going to say no to a 12-year-old kid selling garbage bags?
Over the last 20 years, I've always been about what's new, what's next, and how am I getting there first.
And nobody's gotten there first or better than Mark Cuban.
What is pilobolus?
Pilobolus is the name of a dance company that has mixed inventiveness with humor and thrived for more than 30 years.
Some people say Pilobolus is not dance. What is it?
Dance theater, performance art.
Dance illusion.
It's dance. Those people don't know it. Yeah, it's dance.
Is it acrobatics?
No, it's dance.
But you certainly wouldn't try to tell us that it's a typical dance company.
No.
I'm Mike Wallace.
I'm Morley Safer. I'm Ed Bradley.
I'm Steve Croft.
I'm Leslie Stahl. Those stories and Andy Rooney tonight on 60 Minutes.
What a time for a migraine. 3 restless kids and no way out. My migraine wasn't going anywhere either. So I decided to talk to my doctor. He gave me a prescription for Imitrex.
Prescription Imitrex targets your total migraine, the pain, nausea, sensitivity to light and sound, for the relief you need without drowsiness. Imitrex is not right for everyone or every migraine. If you have certain types of heart or blood vessel disease or uncontrolled blood pressure, you shouldn't take Imitrex. Very rarely, certain people, even some without heart disease, have had serious heart-related problems. So talk to your doctor, especially if you have risk factors for heart disease such as smoking, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, or if you are pregnant, nursing, or taking medication.
You can't put life on hold for a migraine.
Ask your doctor about Imitrex. And now there's good news. You can get your first full prescription of Imitrex for free. To find out more, call this number or visit Imitrex.com. Target your total migraine with Imitrex and get back to your life.
There's glory for the individuals who come together for a common goal. You tame the elusive beast of time and space, bringing together offices from every corner of the globe, working in real time, as if shoulder to shoulder. You have the new Microsoft Office system. Go team.
You've seen their movies. Now hear the intimate stories of what it took to get them made. Road to Oscar, a 48 Hours Entertainment Weekly Special, Wednesday.
Of all the places in the United States that you'd think would be prepared to defend against a terrorist attack, the 9 nuclear weapons factories and research labs operated by the Department of Energy would be at the top of the list. But a recent investigation by the federal government's General Accounting Office found that the Department of Energy may not be up to the task, that security at these sites is inadequate. Richard Lavernier, a senior Department of Energy nuclear security specialist, whose job it was to test how well prepared America's nuclear weapon sites were to defend against a terrorist attack, says security is not only inadequate, but that some facilities are at high risk.
And when you're dealing with nuclear assets in terms of weapons and materials, operating at high risk is unacceptable.
In the years leading up to 9/11, Lavernier ran annual performance tests like the one shown in this training video, in which U.S. Special Forces playing the role of terrorists, armed with simulated weapons, would try to penetrate the facilities, steal imitation nuclear material, and then escape. The security guards there were expected to stop the attacker.
Overall, the test results that I was responsible for showed a 50% failure rate.
So that means that 50% of the time, these mock terrorists tried to break into a nuclear weapons facility. 50% of the time, they succeeded in getting past the fences, past the guards, past the cameras, inside the building. They're able to steal plutonium or other high-grade nuclear material and get it out of the building?
That's correct.
That's scary.
If you understand the consequences associated with the loss of that kind of material, it would make the World Trade Center event of September the 11th pale in comparison.
But Linton Brooks, who as head of the National Nuclear Security Administration oversees the Department of Energy's nuclear weapons facilities, which store some 10,000 nuclear warheads and the tons of plutonium and highly enriched uranium used to manufacture them, calls the state of security at those facilities
perfectly acceptable.
Perfectly acceptable.
Yes.
You're comfortable that these nuclear weapons facilities are safe?
Yes.
no problem defending against terrorists.
Safe and no problem are not the same thing. I am convinced that these facilities are secure and that nuclear material is not at risk. That's not the same thing as saying that there aren't a lot of things that we're working on, because it's a very difficult and demanding business.
But to Richard Lavernier, difficult and demanding is no excuse for the fact that the mock terrorists were able to penetrate nuclear weapon sites half the time, he says, even though the security guards knew exactly what day and virtually what time to expect the attacks. And when Lavernier conducted an unannounced inspection of security guards one January weekend at a nuclear weapons plant in Colorado, he says he was stunned by what he found.
We found that the patrols that should be patrolling and moving around the facility were not observed. Upon further investigation, we found that the vast majority of the patrols were in a facility watching the Super Bowl game.
So if terrorists showed up on Super Bowl Sunday,
it would have been very much easier for them to get in.
And these guys were watching the ball game.
They were watching the ball game.
The Department of Energy has admitted that security guards at other nuclear facilities have recently left front gates wide open, failed